Welcome back to another edition of that Stay Off My Grass podcast. It's your boy Jeremiah back again to talk Laker basketball. All right, man. It's been a while since I got on here. It's been a while. It's been a while. Last time I was on here, we were in the Western Conference Finals, looking to make our way to the NBA Finals. But unfortunately, the Joker and Jamal Murray and Mike Malone had something different planned for us. Ended up getting us out of there in a sweep. And it was close a couple of games, but man, the Denver Nuggets were definitely the better team in that series, and they showed it. We didn't have anything to deal with Jokic, didn't have anything that could deal with the depth that they had. Man, the Nuggets were loaded, stacked, and they were just a better team. They went on to win the NBA Finals, defeating the Miami Heat, which was probably an easier matchup for them anyway. But they took care of business. They sealed the deal. Jokic is finally a champion and an MVP. So now they have a target on their back in the West. And with that being said, fast forward to the offseason, Lakers signed Torian Prince. They picked up Gabe Vincent. Also signed, who is that other guy I have here? They also signed Christian Wood, of course, and Cam Reddish. So Lakers went into the offseason after, losing in the Western Conference Finals. They went on to start bolstering the roster and get ready to compete for next year, which is great. And anybody who watches me or listens to me talk about the Lakers knows my one thing I've been preaching for the Lakers for a few years now would be continuity. And we finally got that going into one season, leaving one season, coming into the next. For the last few seasons, even after the championship season, the Lakers were not rebuilding. They're not rebuilding. I'm saying that they're not rekindling their roster, retooling, and bringing back the guys they need to bring back. They were starting fresh pretty much every season after that. Only guys remaining on the roster at the time were AD and LeBron, with some appearances by Dennis Schroeder, who played magnificent, of course, in the playoffs and in the FIBA World Cup. Got to give him his credit where it's due. But yes, coming into this season, the Lakers will have some continuity, and I'm just kind of happy to see that. Tons of guys returning. A lot of guys they went to war with last year coming back. AR, of course. Rui got an extension in the offseason. AR got his extension in the offseason. D'Lo got his extension in the offseason. Vando got his extension in the offseason. So the Lakers are looking to come back and be a force in the West, and I love it because also it pushes it's like a more of a youth movement on the Lakers going forward. And that's what we need. I don't know how much longer LeBron is going to play for the Lakers, and I hope it's forever, but realistically, it won't be. So we have to start thinking about life after LeBron. And also, AD got some more money too. So the Lakers have locked up their key players, at least for the next few seasons, as they're trying to get back to the Western Conference Finals and hopefully get out of the Western Conference Finals and make their way into the NBA Finals again and, become champions before anyone else. But I will say this too. Since I haven't been on here in a while, there's been hella stuff happening in the NBA. Just so much. Recently, we got Dame traded to the Blazers. We got, just so much going on in the league. Oh man, just to say the West is going to be stacked this upcoming season, like it always is for sure. Always is for sure. But I say at least out of the top 10 teams in the league, at least the majority of them is coming from the West. I'm gonna be certain. The top teams in the NBA this season are gonna be out of the West. You got Denver, you got Phoenix, you got the Lakers, the Clippers. I don't expect them to do much. The Nuggets, of course, that's already 4 teams that I expect to be back in the playoff race, back in the NBA, back at the top of the power rankings in the NBA. So this season coming up is gonna be very interesting, especially because the Lakers actually have a dog in this race. This time last season we were all talking about what are we going to do to trade Westbrook, got rid of Westbrook, and now we're moving forward. So just glad we were able to do that. So let me, a couple more things I did want to get into going into the season. Just a little season preview, so I'm not going to get too much into it. We'll talk about it in future videos. But one of my major concerns coming up this season will be rotation and minutes. We have a lot of more depth on this team than we've had in years past, especially on the wing and at the guard position, which is a good thing because in the past, Lakers get hurt. We look dwindled in certain areas, and it just cannot produce wins for us. We hit slumps when we're missing our key guys. So I'm glad we have a plethora this time of backups who can help the squad at any point during this 82-game season. So that's always good to have, but there will be a lot of position battles coming out of camp and then going into the season. The other day we heard Rob Pelinka and Coach Ham give the press conference coming out saying just blatantly D'Lo is going to be our starting point guard. Cool, right? And AR is also probably going to start alongside with those guys. So that's pretty much so far. We got D'Lo, AR, LeBron, AD, of course. And that fifth spot, don't know if it's going to go to Vando. Don't know if it's going to go to, my bad, forgot to mention him too, Jackson Hayes, also making his way to the team. So it's gonna be very interesting coming into camp, fighting for those minutes during the season. But we will see. In the past that the Lakers have done, especially with AD on the floor, they usually give the center about 20 minutes, 10 in the first half, 10 in the last half, and not a lot in the fourth quarter. So we'll see how that goes. But for years, I have been preaching, and y'all know I am consistent for this. It is Anthony Davis plays his best basketball when he can play the four, the power forward. And the Lakers finally, ever since Dwight and JaVale McGee left, have decided, and my back, take that back, Marc Gasol as well. They decided to get a center that allow AD to be more free and play that four. Like I said, when he has to go against guys like Jokic every night, Embiid every night, Nurkic every night, Steven Adams, guys like that, man, that's taxing on his body. And if you compare those guys, just body size, body wise to AD, it's a whole different world. AD is more skinny, lanky, tall, longer. These guys are more built in girth and not girth, but they're more solid centers. They're real NBA type centers. AD is not an NBA type center. You can play that in college, but in the league, you need him to be his best. And at his best, he's playing the power forward. But let me get into some more stuff. Like I said, rotation is going to be tough. And I'm expecting it to be some battles. I'm not expecting anybody to just come out and, show why they should be starting or whatever. I'm expecting everybody to go out there and compete. Like D'Lo said, man, we haven't even got a full training camp together. So, D'Lo, we're going to hold you by them words, brother. You got getting a full training camp. You got money. You got everybody you need, coaches there, players there. So, it's really time to lock in and let's get the job done. We got to take care of business first. So our first game coming out the season is going to be Denver. And the first 10 games are just, tough period for the Lakers. So we might get off the season on a rocky start, or we might split the games. Never know how that goes. But just to begin the season, it will be a tough one for the Lakers. But I'm excited. We're less than a month away from NBA basketball. It's been a long time since we've seen any real NBA hoops. The FIBA World Cup was definitely helpful to put in that place. But, man, I miss watching my Lakers, just like anybody else probably watching this does. And this year, I'm going to do something different. Not nothing too special. I'm going to write my season number of wins, my season projection of wins. I'm going to put it on the wall right behind me. So every time you see me on the video, you will see my season record projection. And I'm going to say this now. I believe the Lakers will probably lose less than 30 games. I think they're a much better team, much better depth-wise, and they compete much better now. So I'm expecting them to play better now. I think we won about 42 games last season. I think we can definitely win 10 more games than we won last season, especially with how close a lot of those games were and some of the opponents we lost to, and some of the opponents we'll be playing won't have those same players, same teams. So going forward. But I'm going to write it down, put it on the wall, so everybody knows that this is my my season prediction for the year. If it doesn't go right, then oh well. If it does go right, then hee-haw. So coming in for this season, I got the Lakers finishing at, I'm just going to write it and then I'll post it. And then you guys can see it from there. This is what I expect the Lakers to finish at the end of the season. This is my season prediction. Last season, I want to say I was right. I said about 44 wins. We finished with 42. Randy didn't want to give me no credit for that. I was pretty close, but just the way we started off, and could have easily won 2 more games last season. I gotta find that video and look for that clip, but I do believe I said 42 wins. But this year, this is my prediction. I got 56 wins, 26 losses. I believe this is probably good enough for third, or can you guys see it right there? Third or second or third place in the Western Conference, or maybe even fourth, depending on how everybody else goes. But I think winning close to 60 games should definitely give us top 3, top 4 seed maybe in the West. So this is my prediction, and I'm sticking with it for the entire season. I'll probably go over that again, so it seems much more bold. But 56 and 26 is my season prediction for the year. But until next time, y'all, it's been fun chatting with you. I'll get some more videos out here as we get more news and more upcoming stuff for the Lakers. But until next time, y'all, peace.